Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around the planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West.
Someone who's a crypto or blood or a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UBK, we are what? That's us.
Straight out of One West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot. Hot, hot, we hot, 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 we hot, 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 we hot, 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 hot. How many fake groups must get dissed before they really figure out who the Lord is with? I'm about to burn Babylon with these bars of spit. Niggas swearing they won't beef, well let's start some shit. I roll with warriors with swords and sticks, so keep stepping. Without a mind shit, this brotherhood is a weapon. This nation we protecting, heading for Armageddon. Told them niggas no sweat, but these other niggas is sweating. If you can't take the heat, nigga get out the kitchen. Ain't nothing these niggas saying you can find in the scriptures. They stealing our breakdowns and trying to convert a gripper, trying to do the Lord's work, but he fell in love with a stripper. We can't afford to be playing around with the Lord. It's one God, faith and baptism on one accord. If you ain't a hot nigga, you might as well hit the morgue. My niggas gon' stand firm while you niggas fall on your sword. Straight out of One West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot.
H-O-T-T, what that mean? Gotta spell it out. Home of the priest, got the truth, that's without a doubt. Niggas getting winded, need to breathe, cause they chasing clout. What the priest is banging out so heavy, gonna break it down. We in your town, boots is on the ground all year round. When the summer, spring, and fall, we prophesying to the clouds, so cry loud. I stay your ass at home, cause life is all about war. Don't make me go blast the chrome, and they go to each his own. Nah, to each his own. We taking over the world, bringing the prophets home. And I dare any of you fake niggas to stand in my way. You niggas is gay, you wearing purple panties, you great. Wearing your fringes on socks on the block, talking to cops, trying to make an arrest. Think you on West? We ain't calling you out, that's why no affiliation. We don't fuck with you out, because we and you know this, man. And if it ain't the UPK, then it's bogus, man. Johanna had to remind us what the code is, man. And now we hot niggas, but we still the coldest, man. Because
if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
We set a blaze to the street when we prophesy to the wind. You be amazed with deceit, false prophets feeding our king. We set a fire to them lies in hope they open their eyes. Most niggas wouldn't see the truth even if it's written on the blinds. They peeking out to see the real priest who changed their lives. Commander General Johanna, the son that's out here to teach. You niggas done drop your swords, now you thieves like preachers. Looking for another way round and ain't got no discipline. Tainted worse than the warriors in Southeast Michigan. We aware that you been listening, visiting online. You ain't my bone or my bone, cause you ain't got no spine. You weak in the mind, your vision is so filled with your pride. And you can keep it cause ain't no cowards gonna hold our line. You out here led by individuals, practicing wicked rituals. And you ain't a hot boy cause you falling what these bitches do.
Straight out of One West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, 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 hot. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Hot, 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 hot. And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
Hi, my name is Fami, and I would like to give you a view reason why you should consider dating a young Asian and choose a
Turn to hell, I
gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed an old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round, he'll spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed an old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. See the man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughters, one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono try to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed an old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
And they turned us into the enemy. Feel me? They turned us into the bad guy. Feel me? They said the Native Indians were savages. The Taino Indians were savages. South Americans were savages. The Mexicans, the indigenous people of Mexico was savages. When they was a peaceful, loving people.
We don't know where the hell we come from. We don't know anything about our culture. We know what we been getting. We try to emulate the oppressors. We don't even know that name Israel.
Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when I'm locked. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, whoa, bear what it's all about. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop. War scarf, black garment when I'm stepping out. Catch a body, bury him, fuck with the ock. It's UPK forever, know I'm talking about. I done fell in love with the Dower Dies. One West motherfucker, bitch, we outside. Tank ground wall ready, capped in the car. I keep 144 every time I slide. I'll stomp a heathen like a Tucky ape. Jungle motherfucker hang with the mate. I'm not a Christian, homie. See, I keep the Drake. Brick after brick, and I ain't talking weight. Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when I'm locked. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout warfare, what it's all about. It's the home of the motherfucking truth. Undefeated, who is you? Lay it down, we can't lose when I'm chilling with the woo. War like a pebble, I'ma die like a truth. 10 toes down when I'm mobbing in my boots. No cowards, no excuses, ain't no motherfucking movie. In love with the world, got you niggas living stupid. Bitch, I'm not a rapper, fuck a Black Lives Matter or a LGBTQ. Y'all some motherfucking faggots. UPK forever, the white man is the devil. Young Hebrews on a whole nother level. UPK forever, the white man is the devil. Young Hebrews on a whole nother level, bitch. Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth, even when on lock. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout warfare, what it's all about.
They were attacked by a vile mob of heathens and sinful men who sought to take their lives and stop them from raising up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh, Shabbat, Yahweh, Shem, Shot. Preaching off some more about preaching off Sayapium. It's our podcast, Crowds for Night. What we do, we take viral videos going around on the internet, bring it down to the people, give them a biblical narrative, a biblical solution to what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. You know, some of these videos we do, we know are scripted, but other ones we do are actually real life, and even ones we entertain that are scripted, we entertain them because it has something to do with Black and Hispanic everyday life. So again, like the brother said, we like to give our people that biblical solution so we can get out this hell that we living in. You understand? If I could, you know, real quick, we got the Cry Out Spare Not t-shirts. You can hit myself for I'm Wonka Bar. We can get you any size, any color, get it shipped to you and everything. We also have the UPK Wear Kentucky. You know, all the latest and how does UPK approved apparel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's any size, any color, we can get it shipped to you. Like if I could real quick, we also got the book that the brother written, The Hidden American Indian Contributions to Civilization. You can hit Howard Mar up and he can get you a copy of that book. Also the sister out here does a lot of nice apparel for the sisters, ladies, and how does she become approved apparel for the sisters. You understand? You can hit her up at Yakata's Creations on Facebook.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into the first video.
Story. I was at a high school and there was a female student there with a tube top on and some shorts so short you can basically see her butt crack. I then looked at the male teacher, who happened to be an older Black man, and said, "Do you guys not have a dress code? There's not enough administrators to really enforce it." I said, "Well, why don't the teachers enforce it?" He said, "Ma'am, let me tell you something." He goes on to say to me, "Ma'am, I'm a few years from retirement and I don't need no problems. And the last thing I need is a report coming my way from a student counselor after I tell a little girl to cover up and she tries to make it seem like I'm being a pervert. You know what? Why don't you call her mother?" And he says, "Ma'am, with all due respect, only thing that's going to happen if I call that girl's mother is a larger version of her is going to come up here, dressed the same, with the same level of maturity and the same disposition, yelling at me saying I'm looking at her daughter." Oh, and that's not all. I know a male driver trainer that ended up training a female driver, and when he did not give her the green light, she went in there and told them folks he failed her because she wouldn't sleep with him. She couldn't bag up. And then when they asked her to bag up, because you know it's like about 80% of the job, guess what the heifer couldn't do? That's not all. I know of a man that was in management, and there was an employee who had been written up several times due to altering her uniform to fit tighter, claimed that she hurt her arm. And she went to this said manager, as most employees do when they claim that they are hurt, and he looked at her arm and touched her arm. And he was then written up to HR for inappropriate touch by this said employee, who was almost out the door and being fired due to altering her uniform. One thing I can say, if women continue to weaponize their sexuality in this way in the West, you're going to see politicians and officials put forth policies to incentivize the removal of women in many sectors in the workforce. Story time. I was at a high school and there was a female student there with a tube top on and some shorts so short you can basically see her butt crack. I then looked at the male teacher who happened to be older.
Hey, this is crazy because this is really true though. But the thing about it is the workforce really just made it worse. Men being scared to correct women, it's been like that since the feminist movement. Since they gave women basically the power over the house, over the kids, over the finances, men have been scared to correct women. You feel me? And what she said was heavy because they can use two things. And the biggest one is sexual harassment. The biggest thing they can use is say, sexual harassment. You mean, why you looking at me like that anyway? You feel me? And one thing we do in ISBK, we have championed correcting black women. I don't know if people know it or not.
It's a fact.
We have championed correcting black women. We ain't got no problem correcting black women. And the reason why men have a problem correcting black women is because they don't. And when you don't fear God, you always worry. It's always something telling you and some whispering in your ear. See, when you fear God, you don't have those worries. If you see a woman dressed the wrong, put some clothes on.
Right.
And try for you. No, I can't do that. That's unprofessional. Like Joseph was in Egypt. You feel me? We ain't scared to correct no woman because we fear God. But most men, they don't fear God. They so scared of repercussions. They doing what they place, man. And that's why black women are because we scared to correct them.
Right. And so, like, stuff I can add to that too, because what you're saying is heavy. You know what I'm saying? And what the sister has said something heavy too, about how like these women are use that against it. Like if a man do say something, a woman will use that against and lie on that man and say he did something they didn't do. Which that they do that too. They absolutely do that as well. But like you were saying, if you feel the Lord, you down what she talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is if your character isn't strong enough at that job or around the people that you work with, then she can get away with that lie. You know what I'm saying? Like if your reputation as a man isn't like foundational, then or at least cameras around to prove your innocence, then HR will believe the woman every time.
And look, and it's another reason why when it came down was they always had dominated jobs for the reason. Women was always known to be caregivers because aspect. They always was working in nursing homes, CNAs, working in hospitals because they're caregivers, working as the daycare teachers and teaching the small kids. You notice most women be the ones teaching in elementary school and stuff like that because of their nurturing, aspect that they have. You feel me? But now women is trying to do male-dominated jobs. And that's where the conflict of interest is coming in. Because they're trying to do male-dominated jobs, what mostly is nothing but men. So now they can use the fact that they're being over-sexualized to their advantage. And that's going to end up getting women kicked out of those type of jobs. And they can't blame nobody but themselves. The feminist movement failed black women. It made black women that feel like they could be all they could be. They could join the army. Now they in the army getting sexually assaulted left and right. Most sexual assaults happen in the army, in the military, in all the armed forces than they do in the poorest neighborhoods you could think of. And the so-called greatest military on earth has the most sexual assaults happen than any third world country is happening. You feel me? Any neighborhood that you can walk through and think of, like, oh, it gotta be some bad stuff happening here. It's more rapes happening on the army base than there. Real talk. And that's because women is trying to join a male-dominated field. And of course, men can't control their goddamn lust. But also because of that, now you got women that's using it for their advantage. Now they gonna rise up in the company and just say the nigga tried to touch me. You know, the nigga tried to touch me, so I'm either you gonna move me up in this company, you know, or I'm gonna get you fired, or at least mess up your reputation to where you won't move up now. Yeah, not being able to correct women, that's the reason why a lot of stuff is messed up. Real talk, scared to correct them.
Hey, Salaki, so if I'm not mistaken, I think America is I'm gonna look it up now, but I think America is the only. Well, no, it's not. There's a couple other ones that allow women in the militaries.
But if it's part of the Western world, or the, you know, they don't count. You feel me? If it's any of America allies, then it don't count because they all in bed with each other. You feel me? So you got to look up like Russia, Korea, you know, Iran, stuff like that. The ones that's not under their, you know, jurisdiction.
And it's crazy you said that too, because it is well, North Korea is one of them, but Israel, Cuba, and Bolivia are the other ones. So
Right.
so two or three of them are under that Western
Yeah,
thing, but then you have
the thing about women, lust is always going to be a problem. You feel me? Lust is always going to be a problem because men like women. You know, it's just the truth. And that's why the fields was always separated. But women during the feminist movement wanted to join in these male-dominated fields, you know, and then now it's been so long where men have got used to it. You know, it's become normal, and now the women is using it for their advantage. You feel me?
Right.
But it all goes to the fact that men being scared to correct women, you know, and fear their reputation, you know, and fear their reputation being messed up. And you can't be scared to correct no woman. You feel me? I don't go for what it is. If you scared to correct a woman on something she doing wrong, nigga, you don't deserve to raise no house. You know, you don't deserve to be over a family or none of that shit if you scared to correct a woman. Because if you're not correcting a woman, man, that woman can grow up and destroy somebody's life. That's why the Bible say when a baby is born, if it's a girl, the woman is unclean for 80 days. And if it's a boy, it's unclean for 40 days. And the reason why it's a big time difference is because what a woman is bringing into the world, you know, she has to get ready and prepared for what she just brought into the world. This little girl can grow up and destroy kingdoms, you know, can get presidents impeached like Bill Clinton. You feel me? Women ain't nothing more powerful than a woman than the truth. And I done quoted like 3-4 Bible scriptures. So let's just get the one I got. Because otherwise I'll be quoting scriptures all damn night. So like, yeah. If you could go to Ecclesiasticus in Apocrypha 42:11.
Come up here, dressed the same with the same level of maturity and the same disposition, yelling at me saying I'm looking at her daughter. Oh, and that's not all. I know a male driver.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42 and verse 11. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter.
Right, and that's what you can't be scared to correct women. You feel me? Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter. You got a daughter, and then it's the thing though. All elderly men, all these black women is our daughters. You feel me? In a spiritual sense. You feel me? These is our little sisters, and you can't be scared to correct them. You can't be scared to do that, man, because maybe she didn't have a father. Maybe that correction you might give her, that shit might change her life. That shit might stick with her in a time when she need it, you know? It might not right then and there, but in a time when she gonna need that correction, that wisdom that you gave her is gonna come in handy. And that you can't be scared to do that. If you want to save the young daughters, if you don't want them to grow and be out of control, you got to keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter.
Come. Lest she make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies.
And that's what's gonna happen if we scared to correct black women, the young women at that. If we scared to correct them, then they gonna make a laughing stock of us. They gonna be known for just twerking, like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. They gonna be known for just being hoes and rapping about they box and how wet it get. That's what's gonna happen if you scared to correct black and Hispanic women, man. And that's what's been going on these last I want to say since the civil rights movement. Black men, Hispanic men have been scared to correct these daughters, man. And they making us a laughing stock.
It's been about 60, 65 years.
Come on, man, stop it. You hear me?
Come. And a byword in the city.
Right, baby mamas. You feel me? Whores. You feel me? All type of different words. All type of bywords they become. They just been known as just a commonly phrase. You see a black woman, they automatically just thinking it's just a single mother, baby mama.
Hood rat.
Hood rat, right. Hoochie mama, all that shit. That's old school, so like.
It was a little old school.
That was the old one. I might have showed my age now. So I'm always trying to show yours. So like, hell no, but no, that's what happened though. And this is because men is scared to correct the daughters, man.
Chicken head.
Scared to correct them, and they growing up and they becoming little monsters, and they embarrassing us amongst the heathens, man, amongst our enemies.
And a reproach among the people.
Right, and a shame. Now they raising up kids that's just like them, just as wicked as them.
And make thee ashamed before the multitude.
Right, and the multitude is the nations, and they looking at us crazy right now. And it's because we scared to correct our daughters. You know, we scared of being the bad guy, of not being liked. And I'm telling you, that damn peer pressure will be the reason why we have generational curses, you hear me, all throughout our nation, because we scared to be the bad guy. When sometimes you gotta be the bad guy.
Right.
You hear me? Sometimes you gotta say some shit that people just they ain't gonna applaud you. You ain't gonna get a pat on the back, but you will later. You might not right then and there, but down the line, they will pat you on the back and say, man, that was well said what you told me when I was 12 years old. I ain't like it when I was 12 because I just wanted to do what my friends was doing. But now I'm 27 and that shit has saved me from a heartache and a headache. Real talk.
Okay.
All right, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
All right, yeah. We'll drop that. We'll go to the next video.
To HR for inappropriate touch by this said employee who was almost out the door and being fired due to altering her uniform. One thing I can say, if women continue to weaponize their sexuality in this way in the West, you're going to see politicians and officials put forth policies to incentivize the removal of women in many sectors in the workforce.
What I'm to say? It sounds good until it takes place. It sounds good when your president ain't Christianity to get them good oils in right. It sounds good.
It's not the same Christianity.
That can't be the same Christian. I know it's not the same.
Okay.
But clearly, theirs are working way harder than the ones y'all serving. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, Satan is the God of this earth. He's the God of the world. His world, and this is what we're dealing with. Spiritual and continuing to be like we're in such an upward to physically think we about it. What happens? You kill that one, and then what? The demon jump that one, to this one, and this one. He's not going nowhere.
Physically think we could do something about it?
You cannot do anything.
Their people have been enjoying heaven on earth since they could remember. Their people have been enjoying heaven on earth.
If this is the heaven on earth, honey, then hey.
Their people have been enjoying heaven on earth. They don't have to die. They don't have to reincarnate. They don't have to do nothing to experience joy, love, happiness, wealth. They don't have to do nothing. But we got to pray every day. We got to endure all this pain. We got to go to him and say, beg him just to live a decent life. Come on, man. I'm not with none of that. I'm ready for it. Whatever y'all on, I'm on everything y'all on too. I feel just as you feel about me, I feel about you. Know that. Where y'all at? What y'all got to say?
Right here. It just sounds good.
It sounds good until it takes place.
Right.
She been watching some UPK videos.
Yeah, she talking about the black Christian leaders, because everybody's starting to see, and even women waking up, which is crazy. Get a Lord a hand for that. Even the women is waking up to see that, man, the Christian church ain't it, because it's two different types of Christians being taught, two different type of Christianities being taught in the Christian church. But what the sister don't understand is that it's not. You hear me? It's not two different types of Christianities being taught. It's just two different type of beliefs about it. You hear me? They in there all teaching the same thing about white Jesus and about forgiveness. But in the white church, when they think of forgiveness, they thinking of white people. And in the black church, when they thinking of forgiveness, they thinking of white people, because of white Jesus. So in a sense, it's not even really two different things. Yes, because of what you see, but spiritually, it's really the same shit being taught. It's just black people taking it a different way. Black people looking at it a different way, because when they think of God, when they think of Jesus, they think of a white boy. You feel me? And when the white people think of God and think of Jesus, they think of a white boy.
Right.
But we two different races. You feel me? And a servant cannot have the same God as his master. It'll never work. That's why we teach about the nigga God. The God of the Bible is a nigga. That God in the Christian church is not. That's not the God of the Bible. That's a whole different religion from the Bible. You feel me? And that's what they don't understand in the black Christian church, that you're teaching the white man's philosophy. This has been happening since slavery, teaching a white man's philosophy. You feel me? That's what's going on, Salaki.
Hey, no, it's like, no, that was heavy, because I was just gonna make that point myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, we learned Christianity from the slave master. So the slave master don't have a different Christianity. They just taught you their belief, their system. You know what I'm saying? You're a slave. You're not white. You don't get this forgiveness. You don't get a benefit of the doubt or privilege or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You're still way up here and you're still down here. You know what I'm saying? But another thing, I think the sister may have been watching some UPK videos with that what she said though. She might have been watching some UPK videos.
Man, I would not be surprised. But the sister basically saying she ready for the revolution. You know, she's tired of waiting for salvation. You know, she's tired of waiting to die for salvation, because the white man got their heaven right now.
Right.
You know, and she keep talking about where y'all at, where y'all at. Well, people don't understand is we right here. We right here in the ISUPK have been teaching the truth about the Bible, the truth about the God of black people. You feel me? And the truth about the God of black people is that we got to keep the commandments, and that's what don't nobody want to do. Because once if we ran into the sister and told her you got to keep the commandments, sis, you can't wear no more blonde wigs. You know that. You can't go shop at the Korean store. You know they just killed the brother. Can't do that. It should be what? I got to get my hair, my nails. I can't do that, because what a lot of black people don't understand is they not ready for the revolution. They keep saying, when is the revolution? Call us when the revolution start. Y'all not even ready for the revolution, because it's happening in your face and you ignore it. It's happening every day. You seeing black men thrown in prison, getting killed, and you still love white people. You still spending all your money at the Korean stores. You still thinking you going back to Africa. The Africans don't want you. We keep chasing after everything but the true God of the Bible. And what we did in ISUPK, we found him, man. We found him, and us being ministers underneath Christ, we trying to give you back to the Lord. But you don't want to be back to the Lord. You want to be able to do whatever you want to do, like white people. That's what it is. That's why don't nobody really want the revolution to start, because they really just want to do what white people is doing. They want to be able to get away with what white people is getting away with. And I'm telling you, Black, Hispanic, Native, India, it's never going to happen. That's not the God that we serve. He's not going to let us get away with the stuff that and set the Lord gonna destroy them. Real talk.
Come on, God. Do you remember that old saying? Be
We
careful
can do
what
something
you
about
ask
it.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so be careful what you ask for.
Because I'm telling you, oh yeah, go ahead. It's like,
now I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're not ready for the man time. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready for what's coming.
you ain't ready to. She ain't ready to take the wig out and the makeup off.
Right.
You feel me? She ain't ready to go without. They keep saying they ready for the revolution. You're not ready for the revolution. You just want to be rich. You just want to be rich and live comfortably in America. You don't want your own land. You don't want your own God. You don't want your own infrastructure. Black people don't want that. They just want to live comfortably right here.
Right here, right.
Acting like they ready for the revolution. You ain't ready for no damn revolution. Real talk.
You're not ready for them bombs to drop. You're not ready. You're not ready for that race war. You're not ready for all the famine and things that's coming behind that.
Man,
we're not ready for that. We're not ready for that.
Not
you know what I'm saying? Outside of the ISUBK, we're not ready for that.
Hell no. Hell no. It's a small group of us that's actually ready for the shit. These people saying they ready, but I'm telling you they not ready, man. They not ready. They just ready for white people to accept them. They just ready to be created equal. Real talk. So if I could, you can go to Hebrews 5 and 11.
Okay. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 11. Of whom we have many things to say.
Hebrews 5 and 12. So like my bad.
Okay. Hebrews, a book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 12. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
Right. And so that's what we're trying to tell people. You're not ready for the revolution. You're not ready to go fight because first you need to be taught. Before you can go fight, before you can go be a revolutionary, you got to first be taught. You feel me? You don't even know what God to serve. You don't even know what's the next step. If we gave you 100 machine guns and said, go take over every Capitol building, you wouldn't even know what to do after that. Because the first thing you got to do to be a revolutionary, you got to first be taught. And black people don't want to be taught shit. They don't want to be taught nothing. They just want to go and wonder why we fail. We just want to do whatever we want to do. We think we all smarter than the next nigga. We all think we better than the next person. Don't none of us want to be taught. And for the first thing you got to do, you have to be taught. That's the first thing. You need to be taught the oracles of God. You need to be taught the message of the Lord.
All right, so like I said,
yeah, go ahead.
You give them 100 guns, they're not even getting onto the grass before they dead.
Man, stop it, man. You hear me?
And that's the sad truth of it. Because this ain't a carnal warfare. This is a spiritual warfare. You got to get it spiritually correct before you try to pick up an arm and do something with that.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, real talk.
And that's learning that oracles of God, Salakia.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
And become such as have need of milk,
right? And becoming such need of milk. That's what we need. Black people, you want to go to war? You ready for war? You ready for the revolution? You need milk. Mm-hmm. You ain't ready for no revolution. You ain't ready for no physical war. You're not ready. Because the first thing we need to do is be taught. We need to be taught to keep the commandments, to serve our God, come back to our holy feast and fast. How the hell the Lord gonna be with us if we ain't even doing the small things? Right. How the hell we think the Lord gonna give us governments to take over when we ain't even in control of the milk? You feel me? We ain't even in control of the milk. How the hell we gonna take over a government? How the hell we gonna get justice for our children when we ain't even doing the small things the Lord asks us to do?
Right.
Come on, man, stop it.
And not of strong meat.
Right, not a strong meat. That's meat. You want to take up arms and take over the government and fight for physically for black people, the injustice. You ain't ready for that yet. You feel me? That's strong meat. You can't digest that yet, man. Because if we told you to do it, then you would say, nah, because it's too much love in your heart. It's too much love and forgiveness in your heart. So if we told you to do it, you wouldn't even do it.
Right.
You feel me? It's just all talk because we mad and we understand it. But before you start to take arms, before you start to want to be a revolution, first you need to be taught the principles of the oracles of God. That's the first thing.
Right.
You need to be taught the message of the Lord. And the message of the Lord is that we suffering because of our sins.
Right.
Not because the white man is stronger than us. We suffering because of our sins, man. Real talk. But yeah, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to the next video.
Gotta pray every day. We gotta endure all this pain. We gotta go to him and say, beg him just to live a decent life. Come on, man. I'm not with none of that. I'm ready for it. Whatever y'all on, I'm on.
Yeah, there's a cruise going on. I got it. I got it.
Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, well, how to lay out, baby.
That's the cruise going on?
Yeah, there's a cruise going on. I got him, Kayla. I got him. I got him.
Now they say, why didn't they show this side of Carmelo Anthony? Well, they didn't show this side of Carmelo Anthony for the same reason why when a white dude raped a girl at his damn college, they showed his 8th grade picture for sympathy. For the same reason any white person does any crime and they find the Easter picture with the colorful damn suit on, so you can have sympathy. They showed AI mug shots of him so we wouldn't have no sympathy. They showed all the pictures with his afro, all messed up or whatever, with the what they call it, the sponge or whatever. They showed all them pictures so we could look at him like, oh, he probably just a thug or just a YN. He ain't got no criminal history. He had straight A's growing up. He was a good kid. He made a bad decision. What was the bad decision? Going in a tent with white people.
Right.
That was his bad decision. Oh, you thought I was going to say him killing them? No, that's not the bad decision. It was self-defense. The bad decision he made was going in a tent with white people. The bad decision he made was trusting that white people was human. That if he did anything wrong, he would get a just trial. And they failed him, man. They failed him, and they want to make us look at him like he was a criminal. They want to demonize him with the pictures they kept showing of him like he was some thug. When the city
they paint him as a monster.
The city he from ain't even a thug city. It ain't like he from LA or Chicago or New York. He from a little town in Texas. The hell out of here, man. But they wanted to demonize him because they didn't want us to have no sympathy. They didn't want the jury to have no sympathy. They didn't want nobody to have no sympathy for him. They want to make sure he went to jail and they could throw away the goddamn key.
Right. They had to paint him as a monster.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you go to court, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to get be judged by your peers. You know what I'm saying? He had an all-white jury. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they
When is them his peers? Has an all-white jury, his peers. That's the same thing they did with Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin, they kept posting a picture with the hoodie on. And what we do, we didn't, he must have did something wrong because he had a hoodie on. We start wearing hoodies. Even Dwayne Wade and his gay son did it. So like that was a cheap shot. That was before he was gay. It's like before his son turned into a faggot. Damn, I'm trying to get kicked off there. Before his son started living an alternative lifestyle, him and his sons took a picture with the hoodie on in respect for Trayvon Martin. Because it's nothing you can do to demonize a black man. You can't do that, especially a black child. When we see a black child, we see our nephew, we see our son, we see our little cousin. You're not going to be able to do it because we all got little cousins and nephews that look rough, but we know they a kid at heart.
Hey, so like I said,
it don't make us like no different, but they keep thinking it will.
Hey, so like I said, here we see ourselves.
Damn,
right. In these little boys, we see ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We both got sons. We got sons. You know what I'm saying? Like we see ourselves. We see our sons. We see like these the little homies. What you call little homies?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These the little homies, man. There's nothing like how dare this young man have the courage enough to defend himself? How dare him?
Nah, he black.
How dare him actually speak up for himself when two big ass honkies is trying to bully him? How dare him?
And they say them was big cornbread fed twin white boys.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going. And he wasn't going. And I pray the Lord free him out of prison, like he did Peter. His first appeal. I pray that this be a spit in white America's face when they find out it was some technicality or something they did wrong, and they gotta let that little go. Yeah, you hear me? And that's gonna be of the Lord. Motherfucker gonna know right then, nigga. It's a God that's over these people.
Right.
You hear me? It's a God over these people, and that's what y'all gonna understand slowly but surely, man. You white people gonna have to answer for everything you fucking said and you done.
Right.
You like it or not, you gonna have to answer for everything you said and you done to black people, man. This right here is a public lynching, man. This is a new form of lynching. If you black in America, you can't defend yourself if he white. But if he black, you could beat the case like King Von. King Von beat a double homicide. Killed 2 black people at a party. He beat the case. How the hell he beat the case? But then this young black boy without a criminal history, he self-defense killed the white dude. He can't beat the case. He can't get off. He can't get manslaughter, get 5 years, get probation. The bitch that walked in Botham Jean house got less time than him.
Thanks.
White police officer walked in a black man house and killed him eating ice cream on his couch. She only got 10 years.
Hey, Salakia, sir. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but this was also in Texas. It was a white boy that took a knife to school and stabbed up another kid in school a couple years back, and they didn't find him guilty of murder, but they did. I think they may have found him guilty of manslaughter or something like that, and it was a much lesser charge, and he only got 10 years.
Come on, man, stop it, man.
Same state, same. You know what I'm saying? Both had knives. Both stabbed another student. One was being bullied. The other one wasn't really. He just, you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't really know what the altercation was between the other two. I don't know if he was getting bullied or not, but he played. They didn't find him guilty of murder. It was a much lesser charge, and the white boy only got 10 years, where they gave this young man 35.
The Lord is writing this shit down. The Lord he's making a book of this. The same way when you go to court and they read off all the shit you've done since you was in high school, you thought the shit was sealed. See, what you don't know, the stuff you do before you 18, a job can't see it. You go file for a job or some credit, they can't see it, but the court can see it. Right. They can pull that shit up. I know because they did it to me. So like, I went in there for some good. I think I got caught with some weed or something. And they start reading off all kind of charges that I did in high school. And I'm like, nigga, I thought that shit was expunged. It's expunged as long as you're trying to get a job. That shit ain't got nothing to do with no damn court system. You hear me? I'm just keeping it real with you. And that's what's going on right now. You feel me? What's going on right now is the Lord he's writing down a bunch of accolades that they've done to us. You feel me? The Rick Child murder, Austin Metcalf, injustice, all this stuff, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, all this stuff that happened, man. The brother that got killed with the cell phone in LA, all this stuff, and not LA, in Sacramento, all this stuff is getting wrote down. You feel me? Y'all killing black people for having a cell phone in their grandma's backyard? No sweat. I got something for y'all. Y'all just won't leave them alone. Okay, well, I got something for y'all. And when the justice come for America, when the judgment come to America, everybody's gonna know it's because what they did to black people.
Right.
That's the thing. They laughing and playing now, but when the judgment come, everybody on the planet gonna be like, it's because what they did to them black people. They never even let them free. They ain't never even give them no land. They ain't give them nothing. They just told them to move down the street. They took the chains off and said, move down the street. And then I'm still going to press you. I'm still going to come up with systematic oppression. Man, that's insane. Real talk. Yeah, this is our life in America. This is our life. This is what happened when you sin against the Lord. The Lord going to put a nation over you. Man, matter of fact, if I could, if you go to Deuteronomy 28 and 50.
I was almost going there. I was just gonna say that. That's all in Deuteronomy right there.
Real talk. We living that shit.
It's freedom of the speech. I got him, Kayla. I got him. I got
Yeah, they ain't want to show this side because people was gonna have sympathy.
That outright jury probably wouldn't have though.
People was gonna have sympathy, man.
People
was gonna fight for this shit to be right, but they kept showing them mug shots, man. Them damn AI mug shots weren't even real. They kept showing all that shit because they wanted people to not have no sympathy, to forget about it. They ain't even want this to be a high profile case. They try to make this shit come and go. They did the court, the verdict, and the sentencing in like 2 days. They tried to get that shit out the way. They ain't even really want you to know that the shit happened. But because he got a mother and a father, they couldn't hide this. That's the problem. They really believe we don't have mothers and fathers that love us. They really believe what happened on Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood. They think that that's real. They think that every nigga in the hood is just Dope Boy and Ricky. Get your dumb ass out of here.
Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28 and verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Right, a fierce countenance. These people have a fierce countenance, man. They have an evil, wicked look on them. Like they always up to something. Even when you see a white person and you know that smile they give you, that little weird ass smile, looking like a chimp because they chimping out. You feel me? That shit is a fierce countenance. They can't even smile at you the right way. They do that specific smile when they see black people because, first of all, they up to something. They trying to plot on why the hell you even still here and how they can get rid of you. That's why they voted for Trump, because they thought Trump was going to get rid of you finally.
Come. We shall not regard the person of old.
Right, they don't care about the old people. They killing old people, man. George Floyd was old. He was old. Killed him. You feel me? Eric Garner was old. They killed him, but they did not care. Sandra Bland was an old lady, not old like, but you feel me? She wasn't a kid. They killed her. It was over with.
Don't even show favor. Lord show favor to the young.
Lord show favor to the young. They won't show favor to the young either, man. They just threw this brother away. They just locked him up and threw away the key. They just killed Cyrus in fucking South Carolina, and it was not guilty. They killed Tamir Rice, not guilty. They killed another brother. They got caught with a BB gun, a young brother, not guilty. They killing young boys, and they being found not guilty.
So, what about that young girl we did the video on a couple weeks ago, where that police officer slammed her on her head and broke her neck, killed her. They killing young girls too, young old women, young boys, grown men, old men. They this scripture right here is so heavy.
Yeah,
they don't give a damn you old or young. They show you every day that they hate you.
Man, I'm gonna tell black people, man, do not trust these people, man. Do not trust these people out here. These heathens, man, is out to get us, man. They is on the loose right now. Do you know how much confidence this just gave them? In less than 2 weeks, seeing a murder happen, get away, we self-defend ourselves, locked up, throw the key away. He was 17 when it happened. Come on, man. Look, man, I'm gonna just say this: fear God, keep the commandments. That's the whole duty of man. If we don't fear God, we are never going to get out of this situation.
Right.
It's never going to stop. It's never going to end. It's like, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to the next video.
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
Local signs this sitting on her desk. A new law will make it illegal to call them mother and father. Nate Foy has the details on this. Nate?
Hey, Jackie. So, yeah, New York Democrats argue the words mother and father are outdated and need to be replaced with more inclusive terms under state law. All that's needed now is Governor Kathy Hochul's signature. So if Hochul approves, in New York's family court and in domestic and education law, a mother would be labeled as a gestating parent, a father as a non-gestating parent, and paternity proceedings to determine the child's father would be called parentage proceedings. The bill passed the state Senate this week and the state assembly back in March. Governor Hochul proudly calls herself New York's first mom governor. It's unclear if she'll support this change, though.
I'm not familiar with what was introduced late last night, so I'll take a look at it. I have until the end of the year to review them and make a decision, so I won't be commenting on pending legislation.
New York would join other states like Massachusetts, California, Connecticut, and Colorado to change the definition and wording of parents in their state laws. Democrats argue the bill is necessary to accommodate surrogacy cases and same-sex couples. Now, Governor Hochul's up for re-election this year. Her main challenger, Republican Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, tells Fox this morning this bill is a continuation of war declared on families by Democrats. Jackie?
Nate, thank you. Hochul signs this bill sitting on her desk. A new law will make it illegal to call them mother and father.
Hey, you thought that the gay agenda died because Trump was in office? Trump a faggot too.
Right.
Trump a faggot too. If you would be on Epstein Island, nigga, you a faggot. I'm just keeping it real with you. It ain't no different between you and a gay person if you a PDF, Donald Trump. So for people that thought Trump was masculine and a man, he is not. Because the state where he from is trying to make it legal to get rid of mother and father. Just get rid of the name mother and father. We're going to call them what do they call it? Gestating parent? Non-gestating parent? I don't even know what that means, but it sounds gay. Because we living in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's where we at. This place is full of homosexuality. These people is so gay that it's normal to them.
Hey, Salakia, sir. And then the what you said, a gestating parent, and then a non-just, like even the father gets shitted on.
Come on, stop it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like the father gets shitted on regardless of being a father, you damn near get shitted on. But you know what I'm saying? Just a non-just, what the fuck is that?
Man, look. I'm telling you this, the gay agenda, they used Obama to start it, but it was always their agenda. And this is more proof no matter what president is in office, it's going to be the same agenda. It's going to be the same thing happening. You feel me? And they doing it with certain presidents to make you think that, okay, we need to vote because this president did this. So now we got to vote for this president because he going to do that. They all going to do the same shit that they wanted. Just give it time. With Obama, they wanted to do this stuff. With Bush, they wanted to do that. With Clinton, they wanted to do this. With George Bush Sr., they wanted to do that. But they wanted to do it regardless. It was going to happen. This stuff that Trump is doing, they wanted to do this stuff. He was not going to stop anything that they wanted to. Everything that's happening is what they wanted to happen. You feel me? And this country is Sodom spiritually. This is a gay country. I don't know if people know it or not. This country is gay, man. They proud of this type of shit. And then it's so funny because what the fuck is even the percentage of these people that approve of this shit? Where's the men and women that fought for this? I don't know. I don't see them. I don't be around them. Where's the people that said that this is what they wanted? Because I never even heard of these terms. That's because this is what America wants. America is trying to get rid of these pronouns and shit. They trying to get rid of man, woman, woman, man, father, mother. America is trying to get rid of this shit because America has a gay agenda. America is a gay country. It don't matter who the hell is the president, man. Real talk.
And a father as a non.
Are you good?
Like I just looked up what gestate means. Gestating parent. Gestate means to carry developing offspring in the womb during pregnancy. That's what gestate means.
So it basically means you can carry a baby because of your organs, your reproductive organs.
And then the non-gestating parent would be the male, or would be the father, because the father doesn't carry the offspring in the womb. So now, inquiring minds want to know, how the hell does that relate to same-sex marriage couples? Because a man can't carry a damn child in the womb either.
Man,
I'm telling you, surrogate.
If it's not, if that
bitch could get pregnant, she wouldn't have to have a surrogate.
Right. If it ain't for the Lord, if it ain't for the Lord, if the Lord don't come send Christ back, in 100 years, people are gonna forget that mother and father was ever even a term. You know, that's what they trying to do, and then they trying to gear you up to introduce pedophilia. This is the Roman and the Greek Empire. That's what I'm trying to explain. We're living in the Roman and Greek Empire in Babylon all over again, to where they're trying to basically be able to, nigga, you can just do whatever you want. You a kid, you want to have sex with an adult, go ahead and do it. They lowering the age of consent every year. They finna make it to where, nigga, you being a parent ain't even, you're not even a parent, you just a gestating parent. You ain't a mother and a father. You ain't got no control over these kids. You just carry them in the womb for 9 months. But me, I can do whatever the hell I want. You hear me? Your kids can do whatever the hell they want because you just really carry them in your womb. That's what they basically trying to say. That's what this is about. This is about you being a parent is not even a big deal. You're not in control of these kids. You just carry them. And now we can do whatever the fuck we want. For people that was wondering why the Trump Epstein files didn't just disappear, because this is what they want. They want America to be Epstein Island. That's what the government want. That's why the Epstein files disappeared, because they want America to be Epstein Island. They want you to have no control over your children, and they have the full control. They gonna say your kids can make their own decisions. Legal guardianship is going away. That's what's about to happen. You being a legal guardian is going to mean nothing. Soon as your kids can read and write, they can sign their own waivers.
Hey, Salaki, so that's heavy too, because in states like California, if you don't allow your son or daughter to become a transgender, they like the state will sue you and throw your ass in jail.
Come on, man.
D Wade's ex-wife, the mother of his gay son, she was trying to block him from letting him be, you know what I'm saying, do that, and she got overruled.
Damn.
She got overruled.
Damn.
Like a parent can't even, you know what I'm saying? If you as a parent tell your child, nah, you can't tell your son, nah, you can't cut your weenie off. It's like
You can't do nothing about it.
Can't you cut your rod off? You can't do nothing about it.
That's what this is about. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This gestating permanent non, it's basically saying you carried the baby, but you don't have no control over it. You don't have no jurisdiction to tell these kids what they can and can't do. They can do whatever they want. And I'm telling you, once they're able to sign a piece of paper, nigga, you ain't gonna be able to do shit. They could be 5, 6 years old. You feel me? 5, 6, 7 years old, able to make whatever decision they want to make. That's because this is Greek and the Roman Empire. That's how it was. Grooming. That's their culture. Grooming is their culture.
They're trying to emancipate the children to where the parents have no control over what they do.
And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a group of white people that's against this. And them group of white people is gonna fight against the government, and their government is gonna fall like the Roman Empire did. Same shit happened back then. This is weird. Like, ain't nothing new under the sun. If you can go to Revelations 11 and 8.
Come. It's the book of Revelations. You said 8 and 8?
11 and 8.
11 and 8. Book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
Right, and that great city is America, man. America is a great city on this planet. It's a great, nice city. You feel me? With a bunch of treasure cities in the middle of it. You got Chicago, LA, Detroit, and our bodies is lying in those streets. We laying dead in all these streets because of the systematic oppression that we was put under. And they saying it's our fault. We to blame. No, I'm telling you, you white people is gonna have to pay for everything that happened to us. I'm just keeping it real with you. All the Bloods and Crips, the GDs and the Vice Lord, all that stuff, you're gonna have to pay for it at the end of the day.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right. And why is America spiritually called Sodom and Egypt? Because they're known and famous for homosexuality. Just like Sodom. It's countries you can go in, you will die for being a homosexual. Go into some of them countries in the Middle East, they will kill you. Go into some of them countries in South America, they will kill you if they found out you was a homosexual because they know you got a mental disorder. But in America, they say it's legal. It's fine for a woman to marry a woman, a man to marry a man. They lowering the age of consent because this is Sodom. This is Greece. This is Rome. That's what they did in Greece and Rome and Sodom. That's what they did, what they're doing right now. They had Epstein Islands in Greece and Rome and Sodom. That's how the adults became LGBTQ. Because they was groomed since a kid.
Right. It's Egypt because of all the slavery and oppression.
Right. There you go. What America known for? The transatlantic slave trade. What was Egypt known for? Having the Hebrews in slavery. America had the Hebrews in slavery too, for people that don't understand where we going with it.
Right. Where also our Lord was crucified.
Right. Now, how the hell our Lord could be crucified? He already dead. He's crucified because every time they throw up a picture of white Jesus, that's killing his reputation. Right. Every time they say Christ came and died for everybody, they killing the mission. He's being crucified all over again. Every time they put up a cross, his cross is all over the damn country. Everywhere you look, it's a goddamn cross, signifying his death. He's being crucified in this place. His reputation is being crucified. What he died for is his reputation is being tarnished in this place, man. Right. Every day in America. All these damn religions here. Every religion on the planet is here.
All the wars fighting in the name of Jesus.
Come on, stop it, man. All the murdering they did, the raping they did.
In God we trust on the dollar bills.
And God we trust on the money. On the money. They got white Jesus pieces. Everybody got a Jesus piece on. Everybody got a cross around their neck, man. He's being crucified right here, right now.
Donald Trump is a Christian.
Donald Trump is a Christian. The KKK was
Christian.
Southern Baptists. They wore crosses. Matter they burned crosses in your yard.
I mean, they'll set a cross on fire and throw it in your front yard.
Come on, man, stop it. Man. What are we talking about, man? Yeah, that's all I had on that. Let's go ahead to the last video.
Okay.
Governor, it's unclear if she'll support this change, though.
I'm not familiar with what was introduced late last night, so I'll take a look at it. I have until the end of the year to review them and make a decision, so I won't be commenting on pending legislation.
New York.
I hope this makes you as angry as it makes us. There's a viral trend around a Natasha doll in China, a black baby stress toy. Chinese social media users are filming themselves squeezing, stretching, and brutalizing the doll for entertainment. When asked why the Natasha doll had to be black, one Chinese social media user responded that a white baby, for example, would be too human and people would feel bad for hurting it. The Natasha doll is disturbing as is, and now Chinese social media users are filming themselves with real-life Natasha dolls. I hope this makes you as angry as it makes us. There's a viral trend.
No, it don't. It don't make us as angry as it make you because you believe in white Jesus. You believe God love everybody, and we know and understand that don't nobody like black people. They training their kids to hate black people from a youth. White, Asians, Africans, they training their kids to hate black people, to not look at black people like humans.
Right.
That's what they doing.
So
now when we die, when we go to jail, ain't no big deal. They black. They not human anyway. That's what they need to be, in a graveyard or in a penitentiary.
Okay. And it's like I said, that's how a child can chase a young boy who allegedly stole a bottle of water, who really didn't steal the bottle of water, can chase them down and shoot him in the back and be found not guilty. Because they look at us like we nothing. They've been training their children since they was young, just like these devils in America been training their little white bastard babies to hate black and Hispanic people from birth. Hell, they train us to hate ourselves with the black dog test. They train us to hate ourselves.
And that's the reason why Austin Metcalf getting killed because of self-defense. You know, by Carmelo Anthony, he got charged with murder because he shouldn't be able to commit self-defense. He's not a human.
Right.
That's just like a robot killing a human. What they gonna do? Destroy the robot. What happens if an animal attack their master? They put the animal down.
Put it down. Yeah.
That's how they feel about us. We can't self-defend ourselves. We not human, according to what these people say.
Right.
According to what these heathens say, these other nations say, they don't even believe we human, man. But somehow we can dunk a basketball, jump in front of free throw, we can hit threes soon we step across the court, we can run up and down a football field, we can do all this amazing shit, we can invent vaccines and invent everything to make the world go around, but somehow we not human. How can that be? Because of white supremacy. Because of white supremacy.
So like it's they'll steal our culture, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we look, the way we wear our clothes, the way we wear our hats. They'll culture vulture everything that we do, but they still look at us like we're not human.
Man, they would spend $100,000 to watch us courtside at the NBA Finals, but swear we ain't human.
Right.
I swear we just nothing compared to them. But they paid $100,000 to see us shoot a basketball.
Right.
But we the ones that's not human. We the ones that ain't the ones to be looked up to. Nah, that's not true. These people is jealous of us. I'm just keep it real with you. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. These heathens is jealous of us. Right. That's why they treat us the way they do, because they jealous. They want what we got. You feel me? And they so mad that we ain't figured it out. Because they know if we figured it out, we're going to be over all of them. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans, the Africans, they all know once we figure it out, what we need to figure out, that they going to be away from us. Once we figure out what we need to figure out, they going to be at the bottom of us. You hear me? And what we need to figure out is that we don't need to be around these people. We need to separate from these people.
Right.
And once we figure that out, they know that they life is going to be nothing like it is now. Once we figure out that we need to just separate from these people, y'all ain't getting our money, y'all ain't getting our time, y'all ain't getting our love, y'all ain't getting our daughters, y'all ain't getting our sons. Once we completely separate from these people, their life is going to change as you know it right now. And they know this, man. They know it, man, and they jealous of us. That's why they make fun of us like this with these dolls. That's why they want to kill your son and lock him up, because they jealous.
Right.
It ain't because we not no human. If anything, we superhumans. They jealous of us, and we just ain't figured it out yet. Real talk. Yeah, but that's all I had on that. If I could, let's go to 1 Ezra 1:52, and we'll close it out with that.
1 Ezra
1:52.
Baby, for example, would be too human and people would feel bad for hurting it.
It's the book of 1 Ezra chapter 1 and verse 52. So far forth that he, being wroth with his people for great ungodliness.
Right, that's the thing. The Lord is mad at us because of great ungodliness, man. Because we keep putting these heathens over him. We keep wanting to join with these heathens over him. We keep wanting to do what they want to do and not what the Lord tell us to. And because of that, the Lord is mad at us. That's the reason why they prospering. But they jealous because they see the God in us. They see the Lord is with us and not with them. But because he's mad at us, they get to rule over us.
Right. To come up against them.
Right, and that's what the Lord did. He commanded these other nations to come up against us. That's the reason why they doing the stuff they do, because they jealous. They jealous, but they only able to do it because the Lord commanded them to do it.
Right.
The Lord let them do it. He allowed them to be able to do it to punish us. And them being around us to have to punish us, they see the godliness in us. They see that nigga, if it is a chosen people, it got to be these people. And they jealous. And they jealous, so they keep making fun of us. They keep trying to destroy us because they know that we the chosen people. They can feel it, man. Real talk. They know this shit. But yeah, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
I could. So yeah, that's the end of this nice podcast. You feel me? Tune in every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Yahweh Bashim El Shabbat Thumb. Yahweh Shema Thumb Bashim El Shabbat.